Dear friends, we are today meditating upon the litany of Patron of the Dying. We are day 30th, so very close to complete our journey of preparation to the consecration. So today let me talk about Saint Joseph. He died a holy and happy death. Is it possible to die happy? Yes. And I think this is one of the great secrets of Christian faith. Because when we die, we don't die in desperation. We die because we know where we are going. We die because we are welcomed by Jesus, Joseph, Mary, in a better place, in a life which is much, much better than what we have here on earth. So it is important to see that Joseph is designated as a patron of a good, holy, and happy death. Why? Because he had such a beautiful, good, holy, and happy death. Remember when he died, it was Jesus one side and Mary on the other side. So what else does he want? More than that, he couldn't have, He was really dying in a very, very happy death. And that's why the church is kind of pointing to Joseph for us to be, like it was for him, the patron of our death. It is a big grace. And I remember when I was young, we used to pray a lot for the gift, the grace of a happy death. And we should go back again and ask Jesus to give us the possibility of a happy death. Imagine after a long life of work and faith and love, finally we come to the closing with a happy death. So it is important to understand that nobody wants to die. Why? One of the biggest problem of death is the worries about the people you leave behind, especially if they are children or grandchildren. You want to take care of them. You don't want, to leave them in problems, difficulties. You would like to be there for them. And this is a great feeling. But at the same time, it is difficult to let go. To say, yes, Lord, I did my work. Now I come into eternity. I come to live with you forever. So it is, I would say, a grace to be able to have this confidence. I have a friend of mine, very old, and she has a son which is not totally able to take care of himself. And she always tells me, Father, what do I do? And I says, listen, if God has taken care of you in your life, He is going to take care of your son. There is no doubt on that. So you see that the confidence is a very much part of a happy death. If you are confident that God will take care of your people when you die, then I think is important to let go. Let God take care. Let God take over. Also is for people who do not have children, even for me, what is a happy death? A happy death is the awareness that God is going to give me something much, much better. That God is going to reward me of all my sacrifices. Not only reward me, but offer me something that I'm not even able to imagine. And if you look at any people who had that experience after death, everybody will tell you that there is something that they would like to go back right away. And actually, many people do not want to come back here on earth. And many times Jesus or the saints, they tell them, no, you have to go back and tell your people how it is up here with us. So in a way, death is a reward. Death is a gift. Death is an embrace of God. Imagine, you are going to open your eyes and see Jesus in front of you who gives you a big hug and says, I'm happy that you have arrived here with us. So this is the real happiness in death. And this is obtained especially by Saint Joseph. That's why we call on Saint Joseph to help us in this transition, in this last trip, which is eternal. There is also another aspect, very important, why we call on Saint Joseph. You remember we meditated about Saint Joseph as a terror of demons. You know, in the last minute of our life, the devil is trying anything to grab our soul. And so if we have Saint Joseph next to us, the devil will not even get close to us because he's afraid of Saint Joseph. That's why it is so important for us to have this devotion and ask Saint Joseph to be present, really present at the moment of our death, because that will prevent us to have to battle, to fight against the devil, because he wants to try to catch our soul. So remember, Saint Joseph, patron of our death, because he is the terror of demons. So let us make a real offering. You know, I wish we could do that, maybe even officially, but you can do it personally. From this moment, you say, yes, Lord, I will accept any kind of death that you would give me. Today, with my conscience, with my mind, with my heart, I accept my death. And I want Saint Joseph to be next to me with Mary and Jesus naturally, so that I may have the last trip to heaven together with Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. So let us make this act of accepting from today, accept the death with total confidence that Jesus will take care of your people, with total confidence Jesus will embrace you and bring you up to heaven, with total confidence Saint Joseph is going to be there to keep the devil away. Good, so today is a second point. I'd like to speak about Saint Joseph and the Eucharist, you know, Saint Joseph was always present. If you remember one of the days, we spoke about the house of Nazareth to be the first adoration chapel. Why? Because Joseph and Mary, they were always in the presence of Jesus. What is adoration? The Eucharistic adoration is to be in the presence of Jesus. So real Joseph and Mary were always in adoration. They are the first adorers of the presence of Jesus because they lived with him. They lived in the little house. So today we have to ask Joseph to renew in our soul, in our churches, the beautiful devotion of the adoration, Eucharistic adoration. You know, in our church, we try to keep it every day, because we know that Jesus can transform the lives of so many people, as long as they go and see him. But if they stay far away, Jesus can do nothing. So that's why Eucharistic adoration is so important, because Jesus can transform us. But if we agree and if we go to see him, it's like a doctor. If you don't go see the doctor, you're going to get sick and die. But if you go and see the doctor, he can find the medicine for you. The same thing in our spiritual life. If we go to see Jesus in the Holy Eucharist, he will give us the right medicine. So Saint Joseph is going to help us to live constantly in the presence of the Lord. And how we do that? When we can, let us go to the Eucharistic adoration. Let us make almost a promise that every week, at least every week, we go for an hour and sit down. Just sit down in front of Jesus. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. Just sit down and relax. Relax with Jesus, and Jesus will come and transform your heart. Even if you don't understand, even if you don't feel, if you don't know it, he will come and transform you just by the presence, by just being there, like the sun will warm your soul, warm your life, transform and mature your life. So let us follow Joseph in this beautiful devotion of the Eucharistic adoration. May God bless you, and bye-bye.